She destroyed her first opponent. 6-ever 6-1. 42 minutes. The crowd was in awe. The media called it a statement. Then the second-round opponent was announced. The stadium went silent. Eala's face went pale. Not because the name was scary, because of what that name represents. 6 meetings, 6 losses, a nightmare that has followed her for her entire career. She has beaten everyone. Grand Slam champions, former world number ones. But she has never beaten her. This is not just a match. This is her toughest test yet. Melbourne, January 2034, the Australian Open. Eala had just played the most dominant first-round match of her career. Her opponent, a qualifier from Spain, had no answers. Eala's serves were untouchable. Her returns were unplayable. Her movement was flawless. The score was 6-0, 6-1. The match lasted 42 minutes. The crowd gave her a standing ovation. The media called it a warning shot. Eala is on a mission. She looks better than ever. This could be her year. Eala smiled, waved, walked off the court. She felt invincible. She did not know what was coming. The second round draw was announced later that evening. Eala was in her hotel room. Her phone buzzed. Her coach had sent a message. "Call me, now." Eala's heart sank. She knew that tone. Something was wrong. She called. Her coach said, "The draw is out. You are playing Aryna Sabalenka." Eala's blood went cold. Sabalenka, the Belarusian powerhouse, the woman who had beaten her 6 times, 6 times, never lost, never even been close. Every match was a nightmare. Sabalenka's power was overwhelming. Her serve was too big, her ground strokes too heavy, her presence too intimidating. Eala had nightmares about this matchup. The first time they played, she was 18. Sabalenka destroyed her. The second time, she was 20. Same result. The third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Each loss was more painful than the last. Each defeat planted a deeper seed of doubt. Eala had beaten everyone else. She had won Grand Slams, become number 1, conquered every surface, but never Sabalenka. Never. It was her curse, her demon, her toughest test. She sat on her bed, stared at the wall. Her mind raced. She thought about the 6 losses, the fear, the frustration, the feeling of helplessness. Sabalenka had her number. Everyone knew it. Eala knew it. Sabalenka knew it. The question was not whether Eala could win. The question was whether she could even compete. The doubt was crushing. The pressure was suffocating. Her coach arrived at her room. He sat next to her. He said, "I know what you are thinking. I know you are scared. I know the history. But history does not play the match. You do. You are not the same player you were at 18, or 20, or 25. You are better, stronger, wiser. You can beat her. But only if you believe you can. Only if you stop being afraid of her. She is not a monster. She is a tennis player, and you are a tennis player. Go beat her." Eala could not sleep that night. She lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. The 6 losses played on repeat in her mind. The double faults, the missed opportunities, the feeling of walking off the court knowing she had lost before she even stepped on it. She had never believed she could beat Sabalenka. Not really. She had hoped. She had tried. But deep down, she had always expected to lose. And that expectation had become a self-fulfilling prophecy. At 3 a.m., she got up. She called her mother. It was early afternoon in Manila. Her mother answered. "Why are you awake? You have a big match tomorrow." Eala said, "I cannot sleep. I am playing Sabalenka." Her mother was silent for a moment. Then she said, "So, you have beaten everyone else. Why not her? What makes her different?" "She puts her shoes on one foot at a time. Just like you. She gets nervous. Just like you. She gets nervous. Just like you. She has bad days. Just like you. Stop putting her on a pedestal. She is not a goddess. She is a woman with a racket. And you are a woman with a racket. Go beat her." Eala smiled. Her mother always knew what to say. Simple, direct, true. She hung up. She wrote in her journal, "I am not afraid of Aryna Sabalenka. I respect her power, I respect her game, but I do not fear her. She has beaten me 6 times. That does not mean she will beat me 7. Today is different. I am different. I'm going to play my game, not her game. I'm going to be aggressive, confident, fearless. I'm going to win, not because I hope to, because I believe I will." The next morning, she woke up early. She ate breakfast. She went to the practice court. She hit for an hour. Her strokes were clean. Her movement was sharp. Her mind was clear. She felt ready, not confident, not cocky, ready, prepared, present. She walked to the locker room, changed into her match clothes, took a deep breath, walked to the tunnel. The crowd was loud. The energy was electric. She walked onto the court. Sabalenka was already there, warming up. Her presence was imposing. Her power was intimidating. Eala felt the fear creep back. Then she remembered her journal, her mother's words, her coach's belief. She took a deep breath. She looked at Sabalenka. She did not see a monster. She saw a woman, a talented woman, a powerful woman, a beatable woman. She nodded to herself. She was ready. The match began. Sabalenka served first. Ace, ace. Service winner, ace. She held to love. The crowd gasped. Her power was terrifying. Eala walked to the baseline. Her legs felt heavy. Her heart was pounding. She served. Sabalenka returned. The rally began. Eala stayed in the point, did not go for too much, did not make errors. She won the point. Then the next. Then the next. She held her serve. The first set was a battle. Both players were too good, too focused. The set went to a tiebreak. The tiebreak was tense. Eala was playing differently than before. Not passive, not scared. Aggressive. She was going for her shots, taking risks, trusting her game. Sabalenka was not used to this. She was used to Eala folding, used to her making errors, used to her playing not to lose. But this was a different Eala, a braver Eala, a more dangerous Eala. Eala won the tiebreak 7-4. She had won the first set. The crowd erupted. Sabalenka looked confused. This was not supposed to happen. The second set was even harder. Sabalenka fought back. Her power was overwhelming. She won the second set 6-3. The match was tied, 1 set each. The third set would decide everything. Eala walked to her chair. Her coach came over. He said, "You are doing it. You are playing your game. Do not stop. Do not back down. She is the one who should be scared, not you. You have already done what no one thought you could. You won a set against her. Now finish it." The third set was a war. Both players refused to lose. Every point was fought for. Every game was a battle. The crowd was on their feet. At 4-4, Eala had break point. She hit a backhand down the line. Winner. She broke. She served for the match. Her hands were steady. Her heart was pounding. She served. Ace. Match point. Second serve. Sabalenka returned. Eala hit a forehand cross court. Sabalenka ran. She could not reach it. The ball landed. The match was over. Eala had won. She fell to her knees. She covered her face. She was crying. Not sad tears. Happy tears. Relieved tears. She had done it. She had beaten Sabalenka. Finally, after 6 losses, after years of doubt, after countless nightmares, she had done it. The crowd cheered. Sabalenka walked to the net. She shook Eala's hand. She said, "You deserve that. You played fearless. I have never seen you like that." Eala said, "I have never been like that. Not against you. I was scared. Not today. Today, I decided to be brave." Sabalenka nodded. She walked off the court. Eala stayed. She looked at the crowd. They were cheering. She looked at her coach. He was crying. She looked at the sky. She thought about the 6 losses, the doubts, the fear, the breakthrough. She smiled. She had done it. She had passed her toughest test. The press conference after the match was emotional. Eala cried. She apologized. She said, "I am sorry for crying. I am just so happy." 6 times she beat me. 6 times I walked off this court feeling defeated, feeling like I would never figure her out. Today I did. Not because I played better, because I believed differently. I stopped being afraid. I started being brave. That is the only difference, and it made all the difference. Sabalenka was asked about the match. She said, "Alex was incredible. She played the best match I have ever seen her play. She did not make errors. She did not back down. She attacked. She believed. That is the Alex Eala everyone has been waiting to see. I am proud of her. Even though I lost, she deserved to win. I hope she goes on to win the tournament. She has earned it." Eala did go on to win the tournament. The Australian Open, her 11th Grand Slam. She dedicated the victory to Sabalenka. She made me better. Every loss taught me something. Every defeat showed me where I needed to grow. I would not be holding this trophy without her. She is not my enemy. She is my teacher, my rival, my friend. Thank you, Aryna, for pushing me, for challenging me, for making me brave. The victory over Sabalenka changed everything for Eala. The mental block was gone. The fear was gone. The doubt was gone. She had faced her toughest test and passed, not just with skill, with courage, with belief. From that moment on, no opponent intimidated her. No matchup scared her. No history haunted her. She had beaten her demon, and nothing else could stop her. Eala and Sabalenka played 7 more times after that match. Eala won 5 of them. The rivalry became one of the best in tennis. 2 champions pushing each other to be better, respecting each other, challenging each other, making each other greater. Sabalenka said in an interview, "Alex is the reason I am still playing. She pushes me. She forces me to improve. She makes me want to be better. I'm grateful for her, even when she beats me. Especially when she beats me. Because that means I have something to work on, something to chase, something to dream about." Years later, when both players retired, they sat together for a final interview. They talked about the 6 losses, the one victory that started it all, the rivalry that defined them. Sabalenka said, "I knew you could beat me. I always knew. I was just waiting for you to believe it." Eala said, "I believed it that day in Melbourne, when I wrote in my journal, when I called my mother, when I walked onto the court and decided to be brave. That was the moment everything changed. Not just against you, against everyone. Thank you for being my toughest test. You made me who I am." The interview went viral. Fans cried. The tennis world celebrated. 2 legends, 1 rivalry, a lifetime of respect. Alex Eala had faced her toughest test, and she had passed. Not just with a win, with a transformation. She became the player she was always meant to be. Brave, confident, unstoppable, and it all started with 1 match. 1 moment. 1 decision to stop being afraid.